In this video, we're going to be demonstrating a common strapping technique that we use for the wrist, just to provide a bit of support for our athletes without a specific pathology as such. So to start off with a thumb strapping, we're going to strap the wrist. So we're grabbing some underwrap, we're wrapping it around, not too tight, having the athlete tense slightly here. Then we're going to grab some rigid. This is where we want them to squeeze their fist as hard as they can, all right, to make sure that our wrist strap and our thumb anchors aren't too tight. So we're literally just wrapping around here, a little bit of compression to provide some stability to that wrist, as well as some attachment points for our thumb straps. So then we're getting them, we want to kind of think, okay, which direction do we want to prevent? So I'm going to show we want to prevent too much thumb flexion, as that thumb comes down. Rip it off a length, okay. In this example, I ripped too much, but that doesn't really matter, okay. Starting on the inside, wrapping around the thumb, and then coming back around to the other side. So you want to be really careful when you're wrapping around the thumb. It's very easy to cut off circulation. So doing a couple of those, okay, it's going to look pretty average before the overwrap goes over the top, but that's fine. You just want to really restrict that movement. At the same time, it's quite tough. You don't want to cut off the circulation. So making sure it's nice and snug around the thumb. So these are some strips that we're preventing too much flexion of the thumb, okay. In the next strip that I'm going to show here, you're going to kind of start and finish on the inside, and this is going to help prevent potentially extension with certain athletes. Just looking at what, I guess, direction is painful their thumb, you're trying to restrict that there. Now with the overwrap, we're essentially just going over all the strips we've just put on, okay. Really light, we want to make sure that we don't overdo it here, cutting that circulation off. This is where we can get some really good support around the thumb, making our strapping look presentable, which we all know is super important. Okay, some people, this might be all I do. I don't even do the rigid strapping underneath. Just they want a little bit of support that's snug around that thumb, so we're not preventing that completely cutting off the circulation. Finish off with a strip of rigid and you're good to go.